But also statistics show, I mean, if looks are good to select a partner for marriage, then 17% should be the statistics for divorce if there are other things that don't work. And 83% of marriages should stay because of the looks. They found somebody they love, what's attracted to them, they married that person, so the marriage should survive. But we know that 53% of all marriages in North America end up in divorce. Which means looks alone. By the way, we asked people who are married for a few years, who really were crazy about how the wife or how the husband looked after a few months, not years, months. That attractiveness becomes normal. Because when you see a person looking beautiful today, nobody leaves home without making themselves look good. Even when we say good, it doesn't mean makeup. I could not leave home without checking that, okay, this is sitting nicely, my jacket, this is the norm, and this is what Rasulullah ﷺ told us, that you have to look your very best. Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. Allah is the source of beauty, and He wants you to look your best. He wants you to look your best. So you do that, okay, and you go. Therefore, we've got to make sure that we look at things in the proper perspective and know how to select a marriage partner if our concern is a strong family, a lasting family, a happy family, a good family, a family that will give you the tranquility, the peace you are seeking. Because among the signs of Allah is that He created for you. And there are different interpretations for you. Some say that it is what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us, that before we are born, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already shows who our marriage partner will be, and who the children of that marriage will be, and who their children will be, until the day of judgment. All of that is preset. We think that, oh, I met somebody and I chose her. Listen, I chose her to be my wife. Yes, you did, but Allah created the circumstances that made you choose that person. So you think that it's you, but it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who did that for you. However, with all of that, Allah's knowledge, knowing everything that His creation will end up doing, and He gave His stamp, His will, so to speak, and He let us live in this dunya by choosing, by refusing, by doing this, by doing that. It's all seeming to us that, I'm answering your question, okay? It seems to us that it is us. But in the end, there is an ayah in the Quran, وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا أَن يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ. You will never end up choosing without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choosing the entire picture. Now, Abdus Salam, when you chose to get married to your wife, okay, do you have in your choice that 6 generations from now, there may come someone from the marriage of through you, who you would not approve of? And if you had known, you would not have gotten, no, you can't. So your choice that is restricted to your lifetime, This is your choice, is yours. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you a little tiny bit, okay, of what you can contribute, but it is Allah's picture because of the entire human race. And you never know who will come. All of us came from Adam and Hawa, by the way. All of us. All of us. And along the way, there were some apparently wrong choices. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowing humanity to exercise certain things to make them go through life that will lead them to the hereafter. It is very complicated equation. That is why I would say, when you want to build an overpass on Hale Street, you say, I've been so much inconvenienced every time the train passes and I have to wait but we want a bridge. You give that choice to City Hall. You wanted a bridge. Your choice is, I want a bridge. But we give it to City Hall. They agree, disagree. Apparently, they made the choice. But they made the choice based on something else. And then they gave that contract to an engineering consulting company who gave it to an engineering company that will do the project, and then civil engineers will come and calculate the little. When you will drive over that bridge when it is done, would you be concerned about the calculations and how much went here, how much? You don't think about that. It was your choice in the beginning, but it was the choice of the material and that is all just like this. And for us to start thinking who contributed where at what time is not going to work. It's not going to work at all. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, be concerned. You can elect this person to represent your will, or you can do this, or you can do that. So you are working within a certain framework, which appears to be your choice. I elected that person. But eventually, what happens is more complicated than when you elected. So you can get married to a person, but what happens afterwards, you think that it is your choice. So many things happen. Circumstances, your choice. But all of these things are within the framework of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not a linear equation. Anybody who knows about linear equations? The will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not a linear equation. The will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should just say, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, we leave it to God, and we do what we can do, and accept that we are limited in our scope. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the duty of mentoring us, of teaching us, of guiding us, and he said, when it comes to marriage, Ya Muhammad, tell them what? That if a man wants to marry a woman, then he can look at 4 things, and we can add to those 4 things. Number 1, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, لِمَا لَهَا. Look for the attributes that are unique to a woman that a man cannot have. Look for those unique attributes. What does a woman have that a man cannot have? Or in general, because some men excel women in certain things they do in general, and there are certain women that excel men in certain things they do in general. But lima laha, it's not lima liha. Ma liha means wealth, but it is not wealth. You don't go and say, I want to marry somebody who is going to pass her inheritance to me and then I'll become wealthy. No, this is not what it is. Lima laha, for her attributes. That's why it was summarized, first of all, lima laha. People read it in Arabic, lima liha. Lima liha means money. ما لها, look at this. Somebody likes his wife to be a home economics expert. He loves a woman that cooks well. He loves his food. He likes a woman that will not say, I want to go and work outside, will not give him a challenge. Or would like a woman that has a strong personality to discipline the children, that they have to do this, they have to eat on time, they have to, because some women don't have that ability. This falls under لِمَا لَهَا. What she has out of, likes a woman who is so good in financial planning. Many attributes. You may go and look for a woman that you hear she is this, love, this is what I want.